Ladies and gentlemen, roller derby fans from across the world, welcome to Battle of the All-Stars 2020. This is Championship Sunday. I am Kent Smith, a.k.a. Kent the Politician, joined on the microphone by Death Nella.
It's so great to be back in the Breakfast Club with you, Kent, because gotta say, when I was looking at how things shook up, I'm like, oh, I'll be back there so early, but with you, put a smile on my face, and I'm excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you all join us. You're going to see Ohio take on Louisiana.
We're getting love from PR Mageddon, who, of course, is normally the voice of Team Louisiana,
yes,
who I'll be calling for today.
And has failed miserably by not being here.
Yeah.
But, Ohio looks like they're going to be wearing red. Louisiana is going to be wearing blue. Both of these teams have gone 2-2 so far this weekend. I can run through the Ohio results. Ohio beat Saskatchewan, lost to Massachusetts, lost to North Carolina by 6 points. That continues to be the bout that sort of haunts Ohio, and defeated Maine yesterday, giving you the 2-2 margin.
And I can certainly tell you about the last game that Louisiana played, which was against my very own Team Saskatchewan. It was a super fun bout. Of course, Louisiana taking that win to earn this coveted Sunday morning spot. And of course, you are seeing a rematch actually from last year at this spot as well.
So let's run through rosters really quick. Ohio, number one, Bird Slap. Number 2, Valhalla. 3, Betty or Not. 4, Coco Sparks. 8, Doom. 10, Family Jewels. 12, Kitty Liquor Bottom. 14, Dottie Hit Someone. 21, Slammerhead. 22, Catch Mikachu. If you've not seen her jam, you will.
Oh.
Number 28, K9. 37, one of the other jammers, Brianna Ruins. 45, Halo Chick, who is out with a sprained ankle. Not a break. We're happy about that. 49, Honey Basher. 78, Nat. 88, Bellatrix. 146, Sarah Bellum. 425, Purple Storm. 609, Pocket Rocket. 697, Archangel Anarchy. 909, Bruiser Von Hammerstein. 988, Maloik. 0125, Paige Bleed. 3310, Holly Carburetor. Ohio's coached by Nikki Numbers and Coach Andy Marone.
And for Team Louisiana, we have Carmina Piranha, Papaya on Fire, Kamikaze, Desi, Bree Aggressive, Machu Picchu, Frida Beast, Little Miss Maggot, your captain, Rest in Pieces, Brawladine, Animaniac, Doc Adams, Real Escape Agent, Rocker Pepper, Voodoo, I Shove Lucy, Bree Hicks, Small Fry, Full Metal Alchemist, Wolf, and Huckleberry Gin. And you are coached by Red and Jams. I think I got that in right before the whistle. I sure
Good
did,
job.
Kent.
So we're going to lead off with Rest in Pieces and Catch Mikachu.
Both MVPs in this tournament
prior
already.
Prior MVPs. And the Ohio pack that is currently out there.
Oh, Catch Mikachu. No wasted time there on the inside line.
Yep, couldn't be caught. Quickly is through. Ohio has lockdown. Rest in Pieces at the moment. Catch Mikachu, it goes to the outside. Brawladine goes to the penalty box, so Louisiana already down a blocker. And Rest in Pieces still held up. Rest in Pieces, talented jammer from Big Easy.
But now Catch Mikachu kind of fighting her own jammers there, but Rest in Pieces released out on her initial. Whoa, lots of action there. Catch Mikachu, a forearm. Nope, sorry.
The forearm went on
Machu Picchu.
Yeah, of Louisiana. So Ohio quickly goes 8-0 and sends 2 blockers to the box in the meantime.
Oh, and Louisiana will need to watch that. I know PR and I were able to chat briefly. That's right, PR, who's been watching, usually the voice of Team Louisiana here. Mm-hmm. And he was saying, that penalty trouble, and he knows his team really well. So something to watch for. And that might lead to some big point gaps if it continues.
So it looks like it is Small Fry taking on Bellatrix. And Bellatrix of Ohio Roller Derby in Columbus is quickly through. Ohio getting the first 2 lead jams very quickly.
Oh, a very nice star stash by Bellatrix. Oh, no, sorry, nope. Small Fry.
Small. It's okay.
Breakfast Club.
Okay, yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Bellatrix tallies 3, so Ohio quickly out to an 11-0 start. These are 60-minute bouts today. This will be the first 60-minute bout for both of these two teams. So at day 4 of a 4-day tournament, we'll see how the endurance plays out for both of these teams. I'm sure none of them went out last night. They were probably tucked in their
they're probably
beds.
sweet, sweet angels.
Right, by
sweet,
like
sweet
8
angels.
p.m.
And we are going to start Jam 3.
Anna Maniac is probably scheduled to jam.
Yep, and that is right.
Yep.
She's wearing the Fleur de Lis
And
for
this is
Louisiana.
I'm sorry, Archangel Anarchy, who is through, better known as Arc.
But Animaniac will find that outside line on turn 1. Pack now speeding into turn 3 as Arc is ready to score some points.
And is through and calls it right before Anna was able to harvest some points for Louisiana.
I'm sure Ohio prepped for Animaniac, especially also prior MVP. And I do want to say, first of all, thanks for joining us here on the Twitch stream. And Nerd Derby has already written about it, but it was a really great moment when in the pregame warm-up, so at a whistle blow, both teams dropped and crawled because of the Little Miss Maggot crawl, which we can talk about a little later. But first, rest in pieces with the star for Louisiana.
Catch Mikachu for Ohio.
So the same matchup we had in Jam 1.
Yep, so Ohio has adjusted their jammer rotation. Mikachu is through, surviving the hit from Brawla Dean.
Yeah, just Brawla was unable to, but another star stash by Rest in Pieces. And this is how Louisiana will have to play. Oh, a nice bump out there by Wolf. Will force the call off. And we've lost a couple lights. There's some mood lighting happening here.
Yeah, it's all very romantic here at the Inline 309.
It really is Valentine's weekend, if you will.
Well, it'd be nice if...
I'm hoping that this is done on purpose and not just through some cosmic forces switching off lights.
Look, this venue is full of electricity, especially at 8:38 in the morning. 8:35. Don't want to cheat you from those 3 minutes.
Exactly. Small fry with the Fleur de Lis as Brianna Ruins now with the star for Ohio.
Yep, so Ohio has put out 4 different jammers at this point, Arc being the addition that was not a regular member of the jamming rotation.
Indeed, but Small Fry, though, very familiar with these floors. Ohio thinking they could drag back Small Fry, but nope, Small Fry is in it.
Yeah, that's Maloik out there with Family Jewels playing the defense on Small Fry.
This one-on-one blocking.
Slammerhead comes in to provide an offensive assistance, and Louisiana gets their first lead jammer.
Yeah, first lead of the game, and a star pass has been done.
221, Slammerhead. Slammerhead plays for the Cleveland Guardians, which is the men's team in Cleveland.
Some really great work by the Pack to kind of spread things out, which will benefit Small Fry, putting up the first points for Team Louisiana in this bout.
Little Miss Maggot rolling back Slammerhead. We have 1 minute left in jam time. Family Jewels in the penalty box for Ohio, so it is a 4-3 pack advantage for Louisiana. Yep, as Death Nella mentioned, first points going up on the board in this jam for Louisiana.
I shove Lucy with some great drawbacks. That's, I believe, drawback number 2 at least. And now Ohio switching out in the penalty box
Holly
there.
Carburetor going to the box. Family Jewels comes out, so it's still 4-on-3 in the pack. Maloik doing a great job.
Oh, wow.
Up at the top of the pack, Maloik playing for Burning River in Cleveland. Brianna Ruins, a Burning River skater also.
I do believe she's also playing for the Wright brothers in this bout. So Small Fry.
Slammerhead gets out,
Whoa, but
it's
Little Miss
taken down,
Maggot.
and a forearm penalty on Little Miss Maggot on Slammerhead.
But when you could slow a jammer down like that, I know Maggot does not want to get into the same sort of penalty troubles she incurred yesterday, but it definitely slowed down the Ohio jammer and allowed another scoring trip through the pack.
All right, so direction of gameplay is going to send Brianna Ruins to the box at the end, so both teams are going to wind up with a blocker in the box. That was a 2-minute jam.
And Louisiana able to put 8 points on the board, possibly more. I know that the refs are conferring there. I think Louisiana's here for Louisiana. That's right, you hear the wonderful in-venue voice of Gretchen.
Team Ohio.
Okay, so looks like 8 points in that last jam. So great defensive work.
Sorry about that. Bellatrix, and that should be Animaniac if Louisiana stays to their 3-jammer rotation. It is Animaniac, and Animaniac is through.
Yeah, able to capitalize on that. Bit of confusion. Another Ohio blocker sent to the penalty box. Pack advantage big time right now to Louisiana, but coming in really fast. Animaniac able to regain control, scooches by number 1.
Birch slap. Yeah, so Ohio in the pack, Betty TKO. The star has been passed to Birch slap, so Bellatrix of Columbus's team passes to Birch slap of Columbus's team, and Anna comes through.
Yeah, comes through, knows exactly how many hips she's passed, picks up another 4, and look at that. A 1-point difference now as we enter Jam 7. 17-16, Ohio leading Louisiana. We are playing for 13th and 14th places here.
So every team has, when they've scored, the other team has been held scoreless. Ohio scored the first 4. Louisiana scored the next 2. So this will be Jam number 7. The difference only 1 point. Catch Mikachu going up against probably Rest in Pieces, even though we can't see. It is Rest in Pieces.
It certainly is. Looks like that will be the matchup. And this time, Rest in Pieces able to grab lead, but there's Catch Mikachu right behind. Pack speeding up.
3 lead jams in a row for Louisiana. Rest in Pieces playing some defense.
Woo! Getting a little tripped up on that floor in turn 1. The pack is just skating super fast. Louisiana is well positioned, though.
Wow.
The blockers in front of the Ohio line. But Catch Mikachu already out in front. Oh, but Rest in Peace is able to sneak by on the inside lane. 4 points for Louisiana.
Bruiser von Hammerstein goes to the box for Ohio. Catch Mikachu runs into Brawladine.
And Brawladine with Machu Picchu holding it down there.
Huge hit by K9 of Ohio on Rest in Pieces, sorry.
No, I'm glad you called attention to it because that was worthy indeed.
Mikachu still held up in the pack, so
we've got a bench cheer happening for Louisiana. Wow, what a tremendous effort by the Louisiana defense. And Ken, just as you said, the other teams have been held scoreless. Catch Mikachu did put up 4 points there for Ohio, but Louisiana certainly the Jam winner on that one. And an official lead change, 23-21 Louisiana leading after an 11-point Jam by Rest in Pieces.
So they must have pulled some points. Oh, yeah, so there it is, 31.
Oh, 31.
I was going to say the math doesn't work, so there must have been a score adjustment. But now it is correct. So Louisiana going 11-4 on that Jam, and that gives them a 10-point lead.
And we are now entering Jam 8 with Archangel Anarchy for Ohio and Small Fry for Louisiana.
Okay, but the math doesn't work. So if they were at 16, they should be at 27 now. So we'll just keep an eye on that if it was, in fact, an 11.
Yeah.
Anyway, Small Fry being held back by Maloik, and it is Arc jamming for Ohio.
I could watch Maloik one-on-one block all day long. And Small Fry, too, the patience that, as a jammer, even though she was assessed lead, knowing you got to stick it through. And a star stash by Arc as she's trying to find the pivot there for Ohio.
Yeah, so, I mean, just so the star has been passed to Nat of Ohio, skates for Burning River in Cleveland. Maloik has a collision with I Shove Lucy. We'll see if anybody goes to the box for that.
There is a direction of play call there on Maloik, yes.
Yep.
But that ends the Jam, and another 4 on the board for Louisiana with the current math standing 35-21. I do see Coach Marone of Ohio going in the middle. I know he also tracks those points, Kent, so we'll see how things shape up.
Ohio had some concern about points awarded in a prior bout. I don't want to go into it. It is water under the bridge at this point, but it's interesting that, again, my score sheet has a question mark at this point on it. 19 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Animaniac versus Brianna Ruins, and Animaniac is quickly out in front. Brianna Ruins tries to make the inside line, got pushed out by, I think that was Desi.
It sure was, your co-captain, and this Louisiana line seems to have figured things out, but also running off momentum right as Brianna Ruins is sent to the penalty box.
Yeah, it's a power jam opportunity for Louisiana. And again, what's very interesting is this game started 17-0, and it's been 39-4 since then.
We are here. Breakfast Club is woken up right now as Animaniac once again calling for some able to run now 2 very effective scoring trips through the pack with full offense, as Brianna Ruins is now only just standing in the penalty box.
Yeah, good offensive strategy there. Anna went into the outside of the Ohio pack, made contact. Louisiana swept in, cleared the inside line, and that's how Anna got through.
And now Brianna Ruins through on the initial great use of that chaos coming out of the penalty box with Star in hand. Now Star on helmet, and the jam is called. Louisiana. I'm so honored to be calling, because Animaniac showing exactly what you do when you get that power jam. These are the goals everyone aspires to. You use your full O and you get through quick. 14 points on the board puts Louisiana 49, Ohio 21.
17 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Yeah, 21-49. So again, Louisiana on a 49-4 run over the last 6 jams or so.
Catch Mikachu getting a bit of a jersey assist and getting by Braladine. Braladine, though, given an out of play, an illegal contact penalty, rather, taking a seat in the penalty box.
Yeah, so 2 Louisiana blockers in the box, so Mikachu has to navigate a depleted pack and does so successfully and calls it off.
Great work there by Frida Beast, though. Just one of those 2 blockers from Louisiana to help.
So Rest in
Stem
Peace
the tide.
Rest in Peace has got awarded a point, but Mikachu was calling it off ahead of time. Ref's a little delayed, but so that jam, so Louisiana gets a point. 25-50. Wait, I can do the math. It's a difference of 75, right?
Yes, indeed.
No.
It's a difference of 25, and I know you know that because you are such a math brain even early in the morning. We got small fry with the fleur-de-lis for Louisiana.
Bellatrix for Ohio. 16 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the first half.
Oh, we don't see this very often. A pack kind of standing still here at BOTAS, but look at that. Ohio able to get a lead jammer status.
So both interesting bit of strategy, good star pass. Both Desi and Small Fry had the star in their hand, and Desi had the break, and she took it. So it's kind of like friendly fire.
Friendly fire,
else that
so
would have
much
been a
so that
penalty.
there's a knee pad cover popping off there on Louisiana. That was tough.
So Bellatrix able to get 3 points there.
So really great understanding. Louisiana knows they can't waste any time. Sure, they've got a full 60 this time around, but to know that that star pass needs to happen immediately. I was wondering why more teams weren't employing that strategy in the shorter bouts especially. So great to see Louisiana understanding that.
Arc versus Anna. This is Archangel Anarchy for Gem City / Team Ohio taking on Animaniac. Animaniac is from Big Easy, and she has lead jam designation again.
Sure is from Big Easy. I know she's a fan favorite.
Oh.
But that will certainly cost her. I know we were just talking about jammers coming in with a little bit too much speed. So Animaniac will take a seat in the penalty box. A full 2-minute jam here.
Yeah, because Arc had passed this. Well, obviously Anna got lead jam, and Arc has passed the star to Birch.
And we have a forearm or a high block call, sending number 5-2. That's Bree Hicks. Just a dominant force out there. Louisiana losing all their blockers. What is going on?
Only Carmina Pirana is out there. It's because
so
Huckleberry comes back out, but there's no room at the end. She's going to have to go back in. Birch Slap able to get by Carmina Pirana.
Meanwhile, Anna Maniac is now out of the penalty box in scoring position. But so is Birch Slap, who's already got 8 on the jam, coming for 12, gets it. Oh, but Carmina Pirana trying to
Nice
slow her
job
down.
by Birch staying inside on the front straightaway. So yeah, Ohio's now got to kill some time. But again, this is a 2-minute jam. So
and it's a 2-minute party, it seems, in that penalty box as more skaters joins. Yeah, I know we talk about the Breakfast Club, but it does not need to exist in the penalty box.
Carmina Pirana called for a track cut. So yes, literally, I think every skater has gone to the box except for maybe Birch Slap.
Yeah, Birchlap able to stay in this and really racking up those much-needed points for Ohio to keep things very close. Louisiana with 8. Oh, the whistles blow.
Betty TKO, nice defense on Animaniac there at the end. So, yeah, both teams are going to tally double-digit points. Ohio's going to win the jam.
Huge jam.
16-11.
While we have a quick break here, I do want to say that Wolf from Louisiana has a shout-out to Riley Coyote, her son. She says, I'm sorry for missing your wonderful marching last night. The first chair trumpet in the Mardi Gras parade.
Wow.
Also the captain of the Crescent City Crushers. So that's a shout-out from Mom Wolf to Riley Coyote. And as we get going here, Catch-U Meet-You coming up against Machu Picchu, and Maggot getting by.
Yeah, so Mikachu is through and gets lead jam designation. This is a new jammer. This is Real Estate Agent for Louisiana, who she and Rocker Pepper occasionally add some spice to the 3-jammer rotation.
Sure do. That was a nice little pinch maneuver on Catch-U Beat-You, but that ended up downing Mina instead.
So this will be interesting to see if Ohio runs it, because Real Estate Agent is not in the heavy jammer rotation.
Not
so
typically.
As opposed to going the quick 4 and out,
wide
Mikachu
open
and
outside
Ohio
lane.
are running, and see Coach Andy Marone with the rotation signal. So Ohio's going to run this, and with that step through, Ohio's only down by 1.
Yeah, very, very close game. Looks like there has been a phenomenal star pass there to Carmina Pirana.
Well, yeah, Real Estate Agent goes to the box, but yeah, Carmina Pirana now wearing both the stripe and the star for Louisiana.
And in scoring range, already passed a couple Ohio hips, but Catch-U Meet-You, very secure knowing that her defense has been really fantastic so far, but Mina gets by with 4 points on the board for Louisiana, so at least Louisiana not held scoreless that one. But we'll see how the points land.
Mikachu added another 4 at the end of that, so that's going to go 20-4, and the difference is 1.
Okay, things are going to get close this morning.
So yeah, so Ohio down 25-50 just 3 jams ago.
And speaking of jams, Coach Jams is called for a team timeout, and a really good one at that. Now is the time to regroup, see what's going on. I mean, Louisiana able to get a good run going, create that space in the points, and then, of course, Ohio said, well, you know what, hold on a minute.
So Ohio went 39-15 over those last 4 jams, taking it from a deficit of 25 to now only 1. And as my co-announcer might be sneezing, I will read this. The only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market are from Spank Alley. They also ship worldwide. Check them out at www.spankalley.com.au. You back with us? You okay?
I am. I'm right here.
It's okay.
All the excitement.
Well, you know, and again, so Ohio starts 17-0, and then Louisiana goes 49-4, and then Ohio goes, what did I just did the math, 39-15. So sure, just the way we thought it would be.
Exactly. That's exactly what I pegged in my predictions going into this. A really fun matchup here. But we do have rest in pieces with the fleur-de-lis for Louisiana. Very, very strong jammer for Louisiana.
Just give a shout out to 187 Killer Pads. With its visionary designs and revolutionary systems, 187 Killer Pads continues to lead the way in raising industry standards and making protective gear better.
Rest in pieces also from Big
and
Easy
we're going
Roller Girls.
backwards.
Ah, indeed.
It's clockwise derby at the moment.
And that makes sense. I mean, Rest in Pieces is a 10-year veteran, so knows all about how to draw back that jammer, create some interesting derby.
When
and these referees are having to they're working overtime thinking about it, but that'll actually cost a penalty to Real Estate Agent. All right, okay, so we're just gonna burn some time here, take a little break. And this is always the thing, Kent, when this happens, is nobody wants to move.
So yeah, Bellatrix, MVP in Ohio's very first bout, is the jammer. Rest in Pieces now moving in a counterclockwise manner.
Oh, and some of those, yeah.
Bellatrix has to get in front of the pack and does so. So it was about a 1-minute delay in points and positioning. but Rest in Pieces now into the pack.
Rest in Pieces coming up against a very strong, well, tripod and now monopod of Maloik. Rest in Pieces stays inbound, though, grabs lead jammer status.
Bellatrix goes through the inside, so she is through too.
And now in scoring range, Rest in Pieces
Maloik
comes around Maloik, but a back block is incurred.
Nice. So, yeah, Maloik gets the back block on Rest in Pieces. So, yeah, your 1 minute delay of roller derby action ends up sending your jammer to the box. Bellatrix now with lead jam. I'm sorry, not with lead jam, with a power jam opportunity.
But coming up with against Brawla Dean. Wonderful counterbalance there, though.
Exactly. Really nice rotation by Bellatrix to use the hit from Bella Dean to help put her through. Brawla Dean, I'm sorry. So that jam goes out, but with that, Ohio flips the scoreboard.
We are going to get an official review called here by Coach Jams and your captain, Little Miss Maggot. Of course, shout out to Maggot Crawl, which happened in the bout against Team Saskatchewan, where Derby happened, and there was a crawl. Yeah. It was incredible. She didn't want to face any more blockers. She was already on the ground, and she thought she could just crawl by the last blocker who was bridged out from Team Saskatchewan.
How'd that go?
It ended up being a penalty. Not right away, though. Little Miss Maggot was able to skate away and call off the jam and all that, but then was sent to the penalty box on a illegal positioning call for maintaining an unblockable position. So if you're wondering if you could pull that, go ahead, but it's going to cost you at some point.
You can advance on the track on your skates.
Yes.
And not really any other way.
I know, these are all questions, though, as like a rookie skater. I go, well, why can't I just hop out of bounds and skirt around? Can I just avoid the people?
All right, so our referees are now huddling, so it'll allow us to thank some of our other friends helping to make this broadcast possible. Maybe we could do the sociopath read if you want it. 888. Derby isn't your typical support. It's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels. That's why we make protective gear specially designed for those who lay it all out there on the track. So thank you, 888.
A New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank Sociopath, their production sponsor. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you. With 7 different lengths and pockets, she's sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available. They're also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options. She's got you covered. See sociopath.ca/NERD for 10% off your next order.
Our penalty box sponsor is the Apex Skate Shop. They are located in the venue, if any of you are close by listening on the stream. But you can also find them on the World Wide Web, which is www.apexskateshop.com.
And we want to remind everyone that my voice is back. We want to remind everyone that there will be MVP interviews after this bout. So stick around. Super fun. You get to talk to your favorite player or hear from your favorite players.
So this is the first time I've actually been on the broadcast this weekend.
Hey, that's Chad, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a little hoarse. I've been sick this weekend. I just wanted to say good morning to Sociopath.
Yes.
So I'm just on right now just to do that. Good morning, Sociopath.
There you go.
Wow, you need to do that more often, Chad.
Shout out to Sociopath. We'd also like to, speaking of a really quick shout out, we want to do a shout out to the Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls for hosting a Battle of the All-Stars the past 7 iterations of it right here at the Inline 309 venue.
And we're going to hear 1 second.
So yeah, we're going to send Deathnella. We're going to send Deathnella to the reporting, the crack reporting, and she's going to report back to us. So we've got Bellatrix in the penalty box.
Yeah, that was the result of that official review. But meanwhile, Rest in Peace is able to already pick up 4 points there, or 1 point.
All right, so we're gonna tell us what happened that Bellatrix is starting this jam in the penalty box.
Now, I hope I don't get this wrong, but essentially the jammer, who is, by the way, Bellatrix is already re-entered here, but in the last jam, she re-entered the jam essentially, I believe, too early. It wasn't a negative lap.
Okay.
Or was it a negative lap? And so because of that, basically because of the chaos that was created by Rest in Peace as it worked out, that they were able to get the power start this go-ahead.
All right, so it seemed like it was an abbreviated power start because obviously Rest in Pieces was sprung from Jammer Jail before the jam started. At any rate, Rest in Pieces has lead jam designation, currently going up against Coco Sparks and Birch Slap. 4 points for Rest in Pieces, so they will retake the lead depending on the outcome of this jam with Bellatrix.
And Reston now coming in for a second scoring trip through the pack.
Yep. Bellatrix held up by the back line of Louisiana defenders out there. So Rest in Pieces able to almost make it through the pack, dealing with Bruiser von Hammerstein, Betty TKO, Coco Sparks, and the star now passed to the pivot for Ohio, Birch Slap.
Meanwhile, Little Miss Maggot, the pivot for Louisiana, is taking a seat in the penalty box.
And the call-off. So yeah, Louisiana's going to retake the lead because Ohio is held scoreless, total of 7. So our third lead change and back-to-back lead changes.
All right, and
so
we are just under 7 minutes left in the first half.
So I wonder if this means if Louisiana's going to go on a bit of a run, because again, it's been Ohio run, Ohio run, and now let's see.
Well, and those watching at home, let us know. Let us know who you want to see take this and run with it to rack up those points. Louisiana in the lead on the board right now, 72-68, and also in the lead on the track is Catch Mikachu.
Animaniac also makes it out of the pack.
So fast with the
Mikachu is lead jam coming in. First scoring pass, dodges left, scores it. So Slammerhead able to slow down. Somebody's called for the low block.
Yeah,
it is
that's
Animaniac.
And I was concerned about that. Just too much speed. That will be the second such penalty for Animaniac this game. Typically very controlled.
Yeah.
So perhaps just feeling it. This is the final game. And
right, in race mode, because Mikachu with the speed was out in front.
So much speed, and
so
that's the thing.
Ohio's going to have a power jam start. Ohio's got this, as you see the formation there, you've got a vertical line, which is kind of a power jam start. Nat jamming for the first time. Good defense by Brawladine to push Nat out.
And Little Miss Maggot will now be rejoining the...
Nat called for the track cut. I saw it. One skate out. Nat thought she had kept it in, so what was a power jam opportunity for Ohio with a tie score turns out to be a power jam opportunity for Animaniac in Louisiana.
Animaniac now following Machu Picchu out of the penalty box and then able to get that lead jammer designation.
In Ohio shedding blockers, 2 on the track, 2 in the box. Nat able to use her speed out of the box. She got some good fortune as the pack had moved into the back straightaway. She was able to sneak it up, and Animaniac calls it off.
Yeah, incredible effort there by Louisiana to take it and run with it, understand what they got to do, and now we are very, very close. Louisiana 76, Ohio 72. I do want to give some love to Animaniac from Big Easy Roller Girls. She's a 14-year Derby vet. This is her second time on Team Louisiana, formerly with Team Kansas, and skated with Kansas against Louisiana at the 2018 Battle of the All-Stars, where I would have likely last seen her here. So that's pretty amazing.
So it's arc for Ohio, and that is small fry. I believe it is small fry for Louisiana. 4 points separate these two teams as we approach the 4-minute mark. This is Sunday, Championship Sunday is all 60-minute bouts today and 7 bouts total.
And this is also a rematch from last year's Battle of the All-Stars, this Ohio v. Louisiana Sunday game.
Kamikaze gone to the penalty box, and that helps get Arc through for Ohio. Again, that is Archangel Anarchy of Gem City.
And really effective star pass. Small Fry holding on to that star until seeing the opening for Little Miss Maggot, who now has the star, as Arc is told to call it, getting drawn back.
And she calls it off as Little Miss Maggot was coming into the scoring zone. See how many points? She gets 2. So it is 74 to 76.
It certainly is. Woo!
3 minutes.
It is so close.
3 minutes, 10 seconds left in the half. Catch Mikachu goes back out for Ohio. And I think this is Rocker Pepper, but it is Rocker Pepper.
It
so
is Rocker
this
Pepper.
is the spice to the
Oh!
Louisiana jamming mix.
Oh, yeah,
Both-
Rocker. Okay, we see you coming down that straightaway really quick. But Catch You Meet You isn't going to slow down any, and now the pack is speeding up. Is this going to be advantageous?
Well,
Not quite.
It's advantageous for Ohio, as Mikachu will get 4. That'll, how many? 2.
Two.
So that's going to tie it up once the 4 points go up for Ohio.
It certainly will, and that was unfortunate for Louisiana, who was signaling the call-off, and yet
All right.
again, a delayed whistle blows.
So it's 3 for Ohio, so it is tied. I thought it was 4.
It's not tied right now, if at least according to that scoreboard.
Well, no, if Ohio got
I
3
see,
points,
yep.
then the score is correct. Both jammers go down. Rest in pieces going up against the Ohio pack.
Oh, able to use a little whip there. Rest in pieces getting by, but now coming up against Maloik and through on her initial with lead jammer status.
Archangel Anarchy is
Ooh,
was-
what a sneaky star pass to Brianna Ruins.
No, that's Nat.
Nat, sorry.
So Brawladine goes to the box. Ohio down a blocker. I'm sorry, Louisiana down a blocker. Ohio had passed the star. We'll see how many points go up. So that's a 0-0 jam. So that's advantageous for Ohio. Good job by the Ohio defense.
Yeah, I gotta say, very smart derby being played here. No one's wasting any time, and it does appear that there's gonna be, just a quick discussion in the middle there, and it looks like an OR, yes, an official review being called by Ohio. Makes sense. Ohio hasn't used any of their team timeouts or clock stoppages, but this is always a good time to remind everyone of the wonderful folks in those zebra stripes
Yeah,
there.
good idea.
Would you like to give it a read there, Kent?
Okay. So out there on the track wearing stripes, Yogi, Sir Lancelot, Organic Panic, Joey Mojo, Biddy Bobby Boom, Biddity Bobbity Boom, Grampus, and you want to give that one a shot?
Alien Scornos.
There you go.
I'm going to go with that. Oh, yeah, there's that replay. Everyone loving it here on the Twitch stream. That's a good little vocal warm-up. Twitch stream. Nerd Derby.
We are stopped at 109. It is now points go up for Louisiana. So I was going to say it's a 1-point game, but now it's a 3-point game. Not sure what the official review is about.
We will get that information to you right after. I've got to say big shout-out to all the alt refs who have been passing along the information as it comes.
Very
and make sure
appreciative.
that you check out BOTAS on Facebook and Instagram, especially today. There's going to be some really great content, of course, as we start crowning who is going to take the title this year. So simply search Battle of the All-Stars 2020. And in case you missed the semifinals yesterday, which, oh my goodness, what a wild ride.
Yeah.
In that bronze medal game is going to be New York and Massachusetts.
Yes.
And in the gold medal game,
Florida, in their first year at Battle of the All-Stars, has pushed past all competition and done so, frankly, fairly strong.
yes, very strong.
Florida has yet to have a weak bout, and they will take on the hometown Pennsylvania All-Stars.
And it looks like we're going to be getting that information
So
on
yes,
the
we're going
OR.
to send Deathnella to the reporter pool, and she will be gathering all the information needed. Once we get underway again, we've got 109 left. The margin is 3 points as of now. It'll be Catch Mikachu for Ohio and Small Fry for Louisiana. Once we get underway.
I am back, Kent.
Hey, what did you find out?
Very exciting news if you're an Ohio fan. They won that official review, and they were asking on that apex jump, that hit that we were just talking about, that red blocker was well established, and so Rest in Pieces, of course, making that contact on the apex jump, is now going to take a seat in the apex skate shop penalty box.
And she just rolled by with the greatest look on her face. And
Oh.
I'm not sure. And so that
I
was-
wouldn't say that was a great look at all because that has cost her an insubordination penalty.
Oh.
So a 1 minute stint.
So you've got Catch Mikachu out there, and you've got 60 seconds of power jam opportunity. So that is huge. So I thought the look was great because I laughed.
Yeah, but it's a reminder and a good one for those watching at home that sometimes that attitude, and especially when Catch Mikachu can grab lead within
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
So Ohio loses Birch Slap, their pivot. So it is a 3-on-3 pack, but it is a
untouchable.
60-second jammer opportunity for Mikachu.
Yeah, it's going to be Voodoo and Maggot having to hold things down on that inside line for Catch Mikachu, who also just moves so swiftly laterally, able to pick up another 4 points. And Rest in Pieces is just going to have a quick rest, not so quick rest, rather, in that penalty box, still sitting.
Ohio's blocking contingency at this point, Betty TKO, Dottie hits someone, and Coco Sparks. So 1 Ohio roller derby blocker, 2 Burning River blockers. Birch Slap of Ohio roller derby comes out. Interesting that they call it off. Now, are they going to use a timeout because they're going to lose? Yep, Ohio uses a timeout.
Yeah,
to
they
keep
have
the clock.
Very smart clock management there. I will say kudos to that, as they still had all 3 team timeouts left.
Right.
Louisiana had to use theirs at a really great time. That was about the midway point when they were, looking to create some space. Ohio with that lead change now, 89-80.
So 4th lead change of the half and obviously of the bout. Mikachu goes 12-0, and she does it in 59 seconds, if my score pad is correct. Calls off, puts up 12-0 with Rest in Pieces serving a 60-second jammer penalty. That allows Ohio to put out Slammerhead for the first time. Number 21, Slammerhead, an 8-year Derby veteran, second Battle of the All-Stars roster, and plays for the Cleveland men's team, the Cleveland Guardians.
So now the jam timer is indicating that this is an OR timeout, which would make sense since Ohio was able to retain their official review in that last one. But on the scoreboard, it is showing a team timeout being used. So we'll see.
So, yeah, we will we'll see if that gets clarified because, Coach Marone definitely held up the O.
Mm-hmm.
But
we'll see how things go.
exactly. In the meantime, Slammerhead with a power jam start, trying to get by Carmina Pirana and her Louisiana pals.
And this is a great defensive strategy by Louisiana. Oh, but just not fast enough to get to that outside line. Rest in Pieces, though, back on the track.
Yeah, after serving her 60, she was going to come out.
Very nice.
So, yeah, Rest in Pieces is through. Slammerhead is on her first scoring pass, and she calls it off. Again, that's the 0-0.
All right, you know what? Great effort, though, and great strategy by Ohio on that last one. Also, good on Louisiana and Rest in Pieces for getting out of the penalty box, because that could be just a draining mental spiral if you were still in there to start the second half.
Yeah, the 1 minute of jammer time was almost up again. That was the reason for the call-off. All right, so we will head to intermission. You are watching the very first bout of the 7 bouts on Championship Sunday here at Battle of the All-Stars 2020. Ohio taking on Louisiana, and we will come back to you in about 13 minutes.
New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you. With 7 different lengths and pockets, she is sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available. Also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options, she's got you covered. Please see sociopath.ca/NERD for 10% off your next order.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to get underway with our second half of Ohio versus Louisiana. This has been a game of huge momentum swings. 17-0, Ohio started it off. Louisiana then goes 50 to 8 to take it. So it's 50 to 25. Ohio comes back on another swing, and we wind up with an 8-point Ohio lead. I'm sorry, a 9-point Ohio lead. 4 lead changes in the first half. We do have. We were kind of questioning why Coach Marone would use a timeout at the end of the first half, and we wondered if he was using an official review because he's going to get that in the second half, and that's exactly what he did. The scoreboard just kind of misidentified the timeout.
So where that leaves us is Ohio has their 3 timeouts, 3 team timeouts still well intact. Louisiana had to use one midway through that last game, but it was worthwhile because it put them back on track and starting that run. Plus Louisiana has 2 team timeouts. You're joining Death Nella and Kent Smith, the politician.
Right, you are.
That's it. So thank you for joining us here bright and early. My apologies if my words can't fall out of my mouth properly because it is just so exciting, but it is also day 4 of Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
We're feeling it.
So we're going to get underway with Catch Mikachu and a referee who's in the way.
And a referee wearing stripes.
So I'm sure there's a Louisiana. It's probably rest in pieces if Louisiana's going to hold to their normal rotation.
Oh.
But it's Catch Mikachu.
Is there any?
Rocker Pepper. The star's already been passed to
that was
Little
fast.
Miss Maggot.
That was
Mikachu,
really fast.
so again, that was an interesting bit of strategery to try to slow down, with Mikachu been able to get to the front of the pack so quickly, they just immediately go with a star pass.
Yeah, we had that happen in our league too, where the strategy was, just get that star going, but Little Miss Maggot having difficulty getting by, even dropping the star just now.
So we will just say that Little Miss Maggot has been the jammer throughout since that was kind of the strategy, and quite frankly, the referee was blocking out the actual exchange. But Mikachu completes a 4-point scoring, waiting for the 4-point scoring pass.
Oh, and Louisiana losing blockers now to the penalty box.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu, Brawladine, all taking seats. Actually, Brawladine having to be sent back.
And the other blocker, I Shove Lucy, now goes. So again, every member of the blocking core for Louisiana has been whistled with a penalty, and Mikachu quickly scores 12. Coach Marone calls for Brianna Ruins to get the stripe.
And this could be the difference maker, honestly, because Louisiana, once they get into that spiral, obviously Coach Marone and Ohio are going to take advantage of that. Ohio crossing that century mark, 101 to 80 as we start jam 2 of the second half. And by the way, that first half, I don't even know what the biggest point differential was. We just have a quick official
timeout. Obviously, they're going to try to make sure all the penalties are correct. But so Ohio has rotated their bench, so now they are closer to the announce table. So we could clearly hear Coach Marone calling for the call off, and he immediately yelled for Ruins, realizing that Louisiana had a depleted pack.
There we go. We see the interchange there. I Shove Lucy back on the track as Brawladine now taking a seat.
Well, that's because in order of the penalties, I Shove Lucy of the 4 was the 4th one to get whistled.
So she will have to go take a seat again in the penalty box.
And in the meantime, it's Ohio versus I Shove Lucy.
Yes.
In the pack.
In the pack. I Shove Lucy versus the world. And here we go. Oh, clear, wide open outside lane. I Shove Lucy doing what she can. Machu Picchu, though, rejoining to form a 2-wall. Sorry.
So it is Small Fry who's the official jammer for Louisiana. But Ohio executes, giving Ruins the outside line. Ruins gets lead jam designation and is now on a scoring pass.
Rocker Pepper now rejoining the pack for Louisiana. Brawladine standing in the penalty box as Brianna Ruins will call it.
So they're going to say Ohio got 2 points. I think she's going to get credit for points in the box, but does not. So anyway, but Ohio able to get 2-0 on that jam, so they currently lead by 23. Louisiana has yet to tally a point, but this is how they started the first half, too.
Indeed.
So maybe this is a part of their strategy.
Yes. We'll just let them think they have a safe lead. But no lead is safe, especially in a game like this. And Animaniac now with the fleur-de-lis for Louisiana. Archangel Anarchy now out with lead for Ohio.
Yep. Animaniac still up. Animaniac's been sent to the box, so it is a power jam opportunity.
It was an illegal contact call. Oh, and Archangel unsure of where to go and what's happening. Whistles blowing, and Ohio blocker sent to the penalty box.
Yeah, I think, well, it took Arc perhaps an extra 15 seconds to get through the pack, but then the emphatic call-off after she tallies 4 points, and that's because Animaniac's in the box.
Yeah, and seated, so still plenty of time for an effective power start. Oh, this microphone. An effective power start. No, don't apologize. It's me.
Well,
me
so this gets Mikachu out on the line with a power jam opportunity. Animaniac sitting in the box.
And there's that Ohio formation. Oh, and an immediate blocking penalty on one of the Ohio skaters. Oh.
It might have been that they had too many blockers. No, it was just they had too many blockers on the track. So Ohio with Betty TKO in the box put 4 blockers on the track, had to pull one off.
And Wolf sent to the penalty box on a illegal contact call.
So the power jam is now over. Animaniac is out. Mikachu is, however, already through the pack. Took her 25 seconds to get lead jam and then tally the first 4.
Okay, so a little slower than usual. Quick
Holy
jukey-jukes there by Catch Mikachu.
Wow.
Flies by Brawladine, taking a seat in the penalty box too. So Louisiana in a bit of a spiral right now, and not at a great time, because not only did Catch a bunch of points, but that point differential is getting into the danger zone for such a close bout.
So it is Ohio opens up on a 26-0 run to begin the second half. We are 5 minutes into the second half, 25 minutes remaining.
And the pack moving from the pivot line down.
Bellatrix going up against, I think that is Rest in Pieces. That will be the first time Rest in Pieces is jammed in the second half. Oh no, it's not Rest in Pieces. It is
Small Fry.
I wonder.
Yeah.
So Louisiana has altered their jammer rotation a little bit. Rest in Pieces has yet to come out. Wonder if she's close on penalties, you know?
Possibly, but also just a mental break, too, after that last go-around in the first half. Little Miss Maggot
now
weaving.
With the star.
Yeah, with the star weaving through. Yeah, great star pass, but it's been tough even when the pivot has the fleur-de-lis in hand to get through quickly, and that's where those difference-making points are happening as Maloik is sent to the penalty box. 4 on the board for Ohio. That lead now really gaining some momentum, 119-80. We're going to be entering Jam 6 with just under 24 minutes left.
And again, Ohio now 30-0 in the second half.
And now we're going to see Rest in Pieces, Kent.
Okay, so yeah, they bring her in on jam number 7 for the first time in the second half. Arc goes down. Rest in Pieces runs into Betty or Not, formerly known as Betty TKO because she has been a boxer in her past. So yeah, to give you some idea of the athleticism and strength of Betty or Not, who's at the top of the pack, holding off Rest in Pieces. 2 Ohio blockers in the box, so it is a 4-on-2 blocker advantage for Louisiana. Archangel Anarchy, star now in hand.
And Wolf sent to the penalty box. Rest in Pieces now in scoring position for Louisiana, getting tripped up on these Ohio blockers. Oh man, I'm getting fired up now.
And that's a power jam as Rest in Pieces goes to the box. So Arc still with star in hand. Now the pass to Birch Slap, and Birch Slap gets through. So it is a power jam opportunity. Rest in Pieces has tallied points. We got to wait and see how many she's awarded.
You know what? That's a tough call, Kent. I got to say, Reston taking a moment to collect herself right now in that Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
Birch slap pushed out on the inside, has to recycle back. So, okay, so the jam times itself out.
No, it
oh,
was
no, it was an
called.
injury. It was an injury.
Yeah, that's Machu Picchu holding her thigh, trying to get up on her own power, but the medical staff is walking over right now just to make sure things are okay. Now, Machu, that means won't be out for another 3 jams at least.
Yeah, you don't want to play doctor from here. Could be a Charlie horse holding her thigh, may have just taken a knee to the thigh.
Oof.
So, yeah, when the call-off occurred, I was like, that didn't feel like 2 minutes. But, yeah, it was the injury.
Yeah, we all hope Machu is okay. We see your comments. We'll definitely give you an update. We also saw some comments about Halo on Ohio.
Yeah, so a Halo chick, 14-year skater, doesn't feel pain. Seriously, is just a monster, but goes down in turn 2 with an ankle injury and couldn't put weight on it when they took her off the track. And so we were all like, oh, no. But Halo got checked out. It is a sprain, so she's not skating with the team for the rest of the weekend. But, again, Halo chick also skates for the Cleveland Guardians. But was originally a Burning River roller derby skater, so I've known Halo Chick for a long time. And again, when I saw her not being able to put weight on the ankle, I was like, oh, this is not good.
And yes, Charlie horses are the worst. We agree on the stream.
Yeah.
Because you just can't, you got to deal with it.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right. It's debilitating. The good news is it doesn't last real long.
So
but yeah, it's certainly not fun.
Hopefully we'll see Machu out again in this second
points
half.
were awarded to Louisiana at that clock stop. Well, okay, so the referees are still huddling. I think Rest in Peace's tallied points for Louisiana. These would have been the first points for Louisiana in the second half.
And in the meantime, the skaters on the track, you'll see the pivot stripe being worn by Animaniac, who also came out holding up a heart to rest and letting you know, like, hey, we got you, girl. Like, we get it. We know it's been a bit of a ride this morning. And that's just the show of strength that comes with the teammates who know each other so well, so intimately, and want to make sure that everyone's okay. We are here for fun still at the end of the day.
Rest in Peace is a prior MVP for Louisiana, along with Brawla Dean, Animaniac, and Carmina Piranha.
That's right, Kent. There are points on the board now, 2 for Louisiana.
Okay.
So 119-82. Ohio in red, Louisiana in blue and gold.
So, yeah, once we get underway, it'll be Catch Mikachu. Rest is resting. If we could get a shot, she literally is on her side, acting like she's napping in the penalty box, which you're allowed to do since during an official review.
Yes.
Or an official timeout, rather.
But that whistle will blow soon. Oh, and Archangel Anarchy sent to the penalty box, so that's another thing, Archangel with Ohio taking a seat. So must have been a decision made in that huddle. This wasn't an OR. This was an official timeout. The officials here at Battle of the All-Stars have been fantastic. They are accountable, and they've been making sure that any sort of corrections are being dealt with, as you do on Team Zebra. We see people asking about Mina.
That's Carmina Piranha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carmina Piranha skated for Ohio, was actually an Ohio All-Star, moved to Louisiana. So this bout is sort of the battle for Carmina Piranha's soul. Catch Mikachu, in the meantime, is going to win whatever she can for Ohio. She's been amazing all weekend.
I want to bottle that energy, and I want to bottle that talent and drink it all up, because Catch Mikachu is just so powerful and fast.
So Mikachu is through. Points up on the board for Ohio. Rest in Pieces is out of the box.
Yeah,
star in hand.
Yeah, star in hand, because her pivot as well, Animaniac, has been sent to the penalty box. Louisiana's penalty troubles will likely come back to haunt them, because it's what hurt them in the first 2 games that they played as well in Battle of the All-Stars.
So 8-0 on that jam for Mikachu, extending the lead out to 34 45.
We've got Brianna Ruins with the star for Ohio and Small Fry out there with the fleur-de-lis. And once again, Ohio with a distinct pack advantage, 4-2.
Yeah. So they put Ruins out there to try to execute some leverage offense. Ruins very quick.
Oh, but Small Fry coming up against Maloik. Maloik always where she needs to be in this game. And it's likely going to lead her jammer to the front, as it does, but comes up against Little Miss Maggot.
So everybody out of the penalty box now. They're rejoining the fun. Ruins gets through, is not lead jam. Lead jammer has been given to Small Fry. So Small Fry is still held up in the pack. Again, really good defensive blocking by Maloik.
Oh, as Brianna Ruins skates by and out.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a low block call on Ruins. I see the signal, but not, okay, but the whistle wasn't blown, so all Ohio skaters come off, no penalties assessed. Waiting for points on that. Is
yeah,
it
we'll
0-0?
It does appear so.
All right, 0-0. 20 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the contest. It is Bellatrix taking on, again, all I see is a referee, Real Estate Agent. So this is the second time Real Estate Agent has jammed in the contest. It is she and Rocker Pepper that are the seasoning to the 3-ingredient Louisiana jammer mix, and Real Estate Agent gets through.
Yep, has lead jammer status as Bellatrix now coming up against that tough Louisiana line.
Yep.
Anchored by numbers 6, 2, 3, and I don't know where my, that's, sorry, 6, 2, 9, Frida Beast.
Good defense by Betty or Not, working with Maloik. Bellatrix on a scoring pass. Real Estate Agent. Because Louisiana is shedding blockers again. It is 4-2 in the pack. Advantage Ohio. And they have locked down Real Estate Agent. Bellatrix, in the meantime, able to escape. So I think from a points perspective, I think we're at 4-4.
Right now, Real Estate being told to call it. Was it fast enough again? We'll see. So 4 in the air for Louisiana.
Wow.
So that is a wash of
a
jam. 131-86 Ohio leads. We have 18 minutes, 54 seconds left in this half as we enter Jam 10.
Yes, a good job by Ohio, and Bellatrix able to, even though she didn't have lead jammer, get back up there, harvest some points, and have that be a 4-4 wash. Catch Mikachu now, and looking for the Louisiana jammer. Small Fry.
And Catch able to not stay in this time on that inside line. Great effort there by Brawla Dean. Oh, actually, that's Hicks. That's Bree Hicks.
Yeah, Bree Hicks doing a nice job at the top of the pack, but Mikachu able to get through.
Yeah, Huckleberry Gin just unable to magically cover every lane at the same time.
Honey Basher, Slammerhead, Dottie hit someone out there with Paige Bleed, holding back Small Fry, doing a nice job. This is, now they've rotated some of the blockers, but this was the effective blocker lineup against Maine that is out there now.
Although we do have a multiplayer being called, so that will take Bree Hicks out of the equation, which does free catch Mikachu, but also a great star pass now to your captain, Desi.
And Mikachu pulls time off the clock and calls off the jam. All right, so
we are at 135-86, Ohio leading. And this Ohio lead has stayed steady as we enter.
I'm sorry, it's 46-6 in favor of Ohio in the second half.
Yep, Ohio coming out to play big time. And in the first half, too, going on a couple runs, but Louisiana certainly had much more success in that first half. So those early penalty troubles now in the second have really led to such a takeaway. And so this time, Little Miss Maggot is going to don the fleur-de-lis right from the get-go.
Yep, Sarah Bellum jamming for Ohio. This is the first time she's jammed, I think, in the tournament. She is often in the jammer rotation for Burning River of Cleveland. Family Jewels goes to the penalty box. She is for Athens, Ohio Roller Derby, 7th year of skating experience there.
Louisiana spreading their line thin to maintain a bridge. Little Miss Maggot finally out with lead. no less, but lots of time burned on the clock, and all that time is playing into the favor of Ohio. Really great work there by that blocking line.
Right, yeah, Pack got spread out. Little Miss Maggot had an easy pass through to score points. Sarah Bellum still trying to make her initial, is close, is pushed out by Rest in Pieces.
Yeah, Rest in Pieces donning the pivot stripe and saying, you know, I'm going to block a bit here and remind you just how versatile I am.
Yeah, this is obviously the biggest scoring jam of the half for Louisiana. Star now pass to Nat. Good bit of strategy there.
Yeah, and the Pack speeding up.
For Ohio to end the run. Little Miss Maggot, if she makes the pass, and she does, that'll be 12 points on the jam.
And exactly the injection that Louisiana needed at this time to get that momentum going again.
Nat into the Pack, so Ohio will be tallying points. But, yeah, this now will be scoring pass number 4 for Little Miss Maggot.
I Shove Lucy getting rolled around at the back of the Pack there. Now Nat out, so 4 points up for Ohio.
Another 4 for Little Miss Maggot. So, again, Ohio minimizing the damage, but what we saw in the first half as the call-off comes was it was an Ohio run followed by a Louisiana run, followed by a run, followed by a Louisiana run.
Well, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. If Louisiana can keep out of the box and continue threading these together, we could have a very competitive final moments of this. Not that it's not competitive right now. I'm just saying in terms of the points, the fact that the first half was back and forth.
Well, and that was the biggest jam for Louisiana in the entire contest.
And that speaks volumes. 16 points there. So your total right now, Ohio sitting at 139, Louisiana 102. As Carmina Pirana taking a seat in the penalty box. Brawla Dean with the fleur-de-lis, but we have a cut track being called to Archangel Anarchy and a power jam for Louisiana.
Yep, so again, this has all the earmarkings of the Louisiana run. That is Betty or Not trying to hold back Brawla Dean.
Woo, Brawla Dean coming in with fire on that line.
Yeah, so very quick 4 points for Brawla.
I think Brawla's been holding this one in, wanting to get out there and start fighting for those points, and we're seeing it right now. Mina released from the penalty box, so the Louisiana line will soon be at full strength. Whistles are blowing. Who is it for? We have an illegal contact call on an Ohio blocker.
That is Betty or Not, and also Family Jewels going to the box. So in the Pack, it is a 4-2 advantage. Dottie hits someone. Archangel is out of the Archangel Anarchy is out of the penalty box and quickly makes the initial pass.
Great effort there by Louisiana, also drawing those 2 penalties. So now we see the switch. Now we see Louisiana with the Pack advantage, 4-2. That was a 12-point jam. We are now rolling here for Louisiana. 139 though, Ohio. 114 LA.
Yeah, they've gone 28-4 in the last 2 jams.
Yeah, Brawler has been a great change of pace jammer this entire weekend, and that's from P. Armageddon, of course, who has seen these skaters many, many times as the OG voice of Team Louisiana. Coach Marone calling a much-needed team timeout for Ohio, of course, wanting to keep use of that OR when needed. Louisiana has 2 team timeouts and an OR still.
Yes, I mean, this is the first timeout that Ohio's taken, and again, what this was is a game of runs. Someone's holding up a sign that says repent in the audience. I mean, it is Sunday, so perhaps that's appropriate. That is an Ohio fan. So again, I don't know what the subcontext is to that.
I love Derby. I just got to say it. I love Ohio has been a treat as well because they told us at the beginning the Wright brothers, they're playing for the brothers. That's now a thing because of you, Kent.
I did attempt to inspire the team with with remarks about the historical underpinnings of the Wright brothers. Are they North Carolinas or are they Ohio's? And apparently, yeah, that has become a bit of a thing within the team.
For the brothers, they're skating.
Yes.
For the brothers.
13 minutes, 17 seconds remaining, 139 for Ohio. Ohio has led since the second to last jam of the first half. The first half saw 4 lead changes and an awful lot of huge momentum swings in terms of scoring. This is the first momentum swing for Louisiana as they have gone 28-4 over the last 2 jams.
And they're putting Animaniac out there who has had some penalty trouble, but is fighting up now against 2 blockers. Gets lead, of course, with that wonderful pack advantage as Ohio's Catch Mikachu
Gets through.
got caught. Oh, a fun little tactic by Rest in Pieces, which was just a big, solid cry out to Catch Mikachu.
Yeah, so Animaniac puts 4 up really quick, calls off the jam, and what was 2 blockers in the box for Ohio is now 2 blockers in the box for Louisiana.
And Louisiana's got to feel good. I could see that as they skated away, keeping Catch Mikachu scoreless as well.
21-point lead for Ohio, 12 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. This will be, I think that is Rocker Pepper, or is that Small Fry?
That is Small Fry, but...
That is Small Fry going up against Bellatrix. 2 diminutive jammers in stature, huge in heart. Bellatrix was the Game 1 MVP for Ohio on the strength of a 1-on-4 effective block.
Oh, and it's Little Miss Maggot having to hold things down at the front, unable to. So Small Fry does some backwards skating, some jukey jukes and lateral moves. Now has to get past Maloik, though, who, come on.
And now Nat at the last line of defense. Bellatrix on a scoring pass. The inside line opens up. That goes 4-0.
Ohio, though, still losing blockers to that penalty box, so.
Yep, they just put 2 in the box.
And
so, yeah, Ohio has 2 blockers in the box once we get underway, but that jam, that ends a 3-jam scoreless streak that saw Louisiana go 16-0. So it is 143 to 118.
No, that's okay. It's all good. Maloik sitting in the penalty box reminds me that we got to give a shout out to her mother, Maloik's mama. Happy birthday.
Right. It is Mama Maloik's birthday. She is celebrating in the penalty box for 30 seconds. But she's had a really good game. Speaking of really good games, Brawla Dean, a very strong second half, gets lead jam for Louisiana.
Against Catch Mikachu, and it looks like Louisiana has cleared the path beautifully for Brawla Dean, calls it off, keeps Catch scoreless one more time.
Yeah, really good offensive blocking, pushing Betty TKO and Dottie hit someone to the outside, letting Brawla have an inside run. So again, it is a 21-point difference, 10.5 minutes remaining, 2 Ohio blockers in the penalty box.
Yeah, don't count out Team Louisiana, 143 to 122. Ohio leading right now as we just over 10 minutes left in this game. It's Animaniac against Archangel, but Archangel nabs lead, but Anna is in front, so this will likely have to be a wash. We'll see what happens.
And what was great is Ohio was able to get their 2 blockers out of the box, so that is a 0-0 win for Ohio.
Yeah, smart play there by Coach Marone, saying speed up the pack, we want to get them free. So now we're going to see for the first time in what feels like a long time, a full pack start. We've got Catch Mikachu with the star.
I think it's Small Fry, or is it Rocker Pepper? So 9:35 remaining in the contest.
It is Small Fry there with the fleur-de-lis coming up against that full Ohio line. Little Miss Maggot creating some space. Is it enough? Oh, taken to the outside line by Maloik.
Coco Sparks, Maloik, Nat, and Cerebellum. This is a full Burning River Roller Derby collection of blockers.
But Catch Mikachu getting caught up on Little Miss Maggot's hips. Not for long enough, though. Okay, what is going on? There's the whistle blown for Catch Mikachu.
Right, because we were both waiting. We're like, does she get lead? Does she get lead? She did. Took the refs a little while to figure it out. Perhaps they were wondering if Small Fry already had it. But Mikachu pushed out by Little Miss Maggot.
Yeah, Little Miss Maggot holding down those
Little Miss Maggot's
lines.
had a good game.
Good game. Haven't seen any crawling. We'll let you know if that happens again. And that's just a little bit of fun.
I'm sorry, Small Fry is through. Mikachu is pushed out on the back. Brawla Dean rolling her back.
And already we're hearing that
So Mikachu going up against the back line of Louisiana defenders. Small Fry going up against the front line.
Wow, I shove Lucy, Little Miss Maggot holding things down. Ohio still losing blockers to the penalty box. Now have 2 seated.
Coco Sparks doing a nice job holding back Small Fry.
An incredible job actually slowing down the scoring potential. Louisiana, we'll see what happens. I hear whistles blowing. Once again, a multiplayer now called on Little Miss Maggot. Catch Mikachu still getting caught up on I Shove Lucy, rather, and Brawla Dean, able to bounce back. That was a nasty hit there.
Mikachu jukes her way through. Nat and Coco Sparks holding down the block of Small Fry. Cerebellum now out. Maloik had gotten 2 penalties on that, so she has an extended 60-second stay.
And what an effort there by Small Fry. That hit on Catch Mikachu, by the way, by Papaya on Fire, who now I know I'm mentioning her because she's in the penalty box, but has been phenomenal out there for Louisiana. We'll see the effort
so we're still waiting for the Louisiana points to go up. Only 2 have gone up on the board.
And looks like the officials are conferring in the middle.
Yeah, I got to think it was more than 2. So an official review being requested by Coach Marone.
We are going to start the next jam. Well, I mean, that might change depending on the OR request, but we should be starting the next jam with Ohio at full strength out there on the blocking line. And Little Miss Maggot and Papaya on Fire are at are there. Oh, it looks like Little Miss Maggot may have fouled out. She's holding up 7 fingers to her bench.
Has Papaya been back out there since what we thought was the Charlie horse? We should start looking.
You mean Machu Picchu?
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm so sorry.
I have not seen that yet.
Yeah, Papaya on Fire has not been injured. So yeah, we are at 7:07 remaining.
All right, we see some people on the stream. Thank you, by the way, for joining us this morning. You are watching the twitch.com/nerdderby stream of Battle of the All-Stars live from Hatfield, Pennsylvania. You're joining us day 4 action, which means if you can't get enough and you haven't watched anything from the past, go back, check out the archives. They're wicked cool. They're all brought to you as well by this guy, Chad Newt, to our left. Thank you, Chad, and thank you to Sociopath and all of the sponsors involved for making it happen. It's super awesome. We will find out what's happening with this OR as soon as it's resolved, because that's when we get lovely input from the officials.
Exactly. In the meantime, we want to thank Spank Alley, the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They also ship worldwide. Check them out at www.spankalley.com.au. Also, Killer Pads. Killer Pads, 187 Killer Pads, have been designing and constructing pads for top professional athletes for the past decade, started by a longtime skater in a family-owned upholstery shop. 187 Killer Pads have since become the preferred choice of skaters worldwide. With its visionary design and revolutionary systems, 187 Killer Pads continues to lead the way in raising industry standards and making protective gear better. Also, 888, Derby isn't your typical sport. It's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels. That is why we make protective gear specifically designed for those who lay it all out there on the track. We cover heads, elbows, wrists, knees, hips, and yes, even butts. Because being Derby ready is one thing, but being Derby dominant is another. All right, so we're about ready to get a report from Deathnella.
Yeah, I know Coach Marone has had a lot of success with his ORs, but this one not so much. We're asking for a penalty on the blue jammer for pushing up against the red blocker, who I believe was Maloik at the time. But it was not out of place since Maloik was still engaging.
So Bellatrix going up against Anna Maniac, and it is Bellatrix of Ohio out in front with lead jammer designation. Bellatrix,
nice little hit by Little Miss Maggot. Oh, and the referee also taken down. And he says, no, it's all good, it's all good, it's all incidental.
All right, so no penalty there. I think it's going to be at least 1 point for Ohio. But doesn't look like, 2 points have gone up for Louisiana. That might have been a result of the last jam.
Hey, guess what I see? Guess who I see, rather?
Rest in pieces?
I see Machu Picchu out there about to block for Louisiana.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, yep, she's there.
So that Charlie horse or whatever happened seems to be figured out. Looks like there's an official timeout.
So 6 minutes, 18 seconds in
And
the contest. Only 25 points separate these two teams. Some discussion at the scorer table. So again, we were wondering if some points were going to get awarded. Scoreboard does not change from 115 to 151 to 126. Mikachu back out there for Ohio. And Machu Picchu back in the pack for Louisiana, which is a good sign. Brawla Dean puts the star back on for Louisiana. Brawla has had some second half successes wearing the star.
And Machu not only is back, but is anchoring that line.
Brace.
Yeah, bracing it, keeping it in play as Brawla Dean goes out there, does what she does best, grabs lead, catching Mikachu not too far behind. Brawla's got to go, and hustle if she wants those points.
Yeah,
Papaya on Fire also back on the track.
Coach Marone telling the pack to speed up to make it tougher to score
It certainly
points.
is tougher. The speed on this Ohio team is next level. Catching Mikachu getting the bump out by Machu Picchu.
Yep. Brawla Dean now encountering Holly Carburetor. Dottie hit someone, Honey Basher, and Slammerhead.
Papaya on Fire holding things down as that middle brace can't be overstated enough. It's important. And catch Mikachu with a drawback. And a high block penalty assessed to Machu. As Brawla Dean already coming back to collect some more points.
Yeah, so Brawla's on, I think, her second scoring pass.
Oh, gets tripped up.
Catch Mikachu on her second as well. So jammers matching each other point for point, both 8 points at this point as the clock approaches the 5-minute mark. Time becoming a factor for Louisiana, but obviously we've seen them go 28-0 in 2 jams. So this bout is not clearly, in secure victory formation yet for Ohio.
And both teams have timeouts available to them. In fact, 2 team timeouts apiece, and Louisiana still has an OR as well. The time, though, as you said, Kent, winding down 4.5 minutes on that game clock. Ohio 159, Louisiana 136, and a maniac out there with the fleur-de-lis.
And it is Nat. Great inside a leverage block. Springing Nat. Again, Nat, a 10-year skater, 21 years old.
Oh, my goodness. This pack is moving so fast. Nat getting by Machu Picchu, who takes a bump there.
And Nat not given credit for that point that she got, I thought, at the end. She does call it off. So, again, that helps kill time. So again, if Ohio goes 0-0 jams the rest of the way, obviously they will come away victorious. But yeah, I thought Nat got one there.
And this is where those eagle-eyed referees really do have the best vantage point, able to fully see if those hips pass the opponents. And it's Archangel Anarchy out there with the star for Ohio. And I do believe Small Fry, indeed, coming up against those Ohio blockers who have just been such a force out there.
So yeah, Dottie hit someone, Slammerhead, Betty or Not, out there in the pack with Coco Sparks.
I was just going to give credit to Huckleberry Gin for some phenomenal but catches a forearm call. Meanwhile, Archangel also recycled back right behind Little Miss Maggot. Small Fry still trying to fight through the middle of this locked-in 3-wall. Not sure if that's very effective, but once again, Arc getting hung up. This is all playing into Ohio, though, because any time killed is time for Ohio. And now I hear Coach Marone bellowing power jam.
Yeah, so Arc gets a power jam opportunity. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the game clock. 1 minute on the jam clock. This is a fantastic opportunity for Ohio because they control the clock as Arc was able to get lead jam designation. So even if the point scoring is held, is not a huge total for Ohio, This is going to be and they call it off
Okay.
with the jammer standing, so they'll be able to roll out Mikachu.
Yeah, without any other focus.
And that's exactly
except
what they do.
offense,
So, yeah, 1 point there.
And then for Louisiana taking on the defense, once again, rest in pieces, putting on the stripe.
And Louisiana has 3 clock stoppages, and they're not using them. And that's curious.
That is of note for sure. I have to agree. Got to be smart about it.
Mikachu is out there, small fry standing in the penalty box. Mikachu trying to go right through the center of the pack. Goes to the outside, survives the hit, and is lead jam.
Stays in bounds. I am so impressed with the track awareness, which I know anyone who's seen her skate totally gets it, totally understands. Small fry, star in hand, bouncing in between those Ohio blockers. It has just been such a hard battle for Louisiana, though. That game clock ticking down Mikachu rather,
so
able to keep.
Speaking about the clock stoppages and how much time's left, there's less time on the period clock than there is on the jam clock.
Oh.
With Mikachu having lead jam designation, this could be the final jam, and Ohio's got no reason to call it off.
Why would
they
you?
lead right now.
Yeah.
So this may well be the final jam of the contest, and Louisiana will depart with 3 timeouts in their pocket. So Maloik and Cerebellum holding back. Small fry at the top of the pack. Maloik, in honor of Mama's birthdays, had a very strong day right there. The individual one-on-one blocking.
Wow, small
which now
fry.
You see on the camera.
Just
and again,
push it.
And Maloik has done this several times throughout the bout.
Oh, yeah. No, I would not want to come up on Maloik alone, that's for sure.
So that gets Small Fry through, and Small Fry is tallying points. But again, the period clock at 13, 12, 11. So Mikachu just has to stay upright. And Coach Marone is saying, don't even engage. We have 2 seconds, 1 second, call it off. That's exactly what Mikachu does. And Ohio secures a 20-point victory. No, additional points tallied at the end of that. So, yeah, when Mikachu gets lead jam designation with less than 2 minutes on the period clock, Ohio had the ability to run this out till the very final end, and that's exactly what they did.
Although now we are seeing Louisiana call an official review. I mean, really, as you mentioned, the time for that timeout would have been right before that last jam.
Yep.
We will see how things settle here. Now, this did happen actually in the Florida's game yesterday with New York. There was an OR called right at the very, very end. Time had expired. They won that OR, and so there was one more jam, although it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Florida had grabbed that game.
So who do we have coming up? We've got Maine taking on – no, it's Virginia taking on –
We'll get there. Kansas. Nope, that's Friday.
Virginia and North Carolina is the bout coming up, scheduled to start at 10:20. I think it'll start pretty close to that.
Honestly, that's going to be another close game as well. Looks like
so it's
I can hear Gretchen screaming for another jam.
Here, talk to.
All right, we're going to find out.
All right, so we've got the alt ref coming over telling Deathnella what the decision is or what the discussion is regarding the official review. So she has been informed. And Deathnella, what is the report? It looks like a handshake there at the end, so I think this is going to end the bout. But go ahead.
You are thinking very correct there, Kent. It looked like Louisiana was trying to get a forearm call on the Ohio jammer. There was contact. There was an impact, but it wasn't enough to facilitate a penalty. And so that will be the game. Wow, what an effort. I do think that there's a lot of takeaways here for Louisiana, not the least of which is a little bit of that time management. And we will go from there.
Well, we've got to have a discussion about MVPs, but yeah, the first half, 4 lead changes. The second half, what started was a 9-point lead for Ohio, finishes as a 24-point lead. So very exciting bout in the first half, very strong Ohio second half. So we're going to take our audio down. We're going to have a conversation about MVPs, and we will get back to you with MVP interviews here from the Inline 309 Flat Track. All right, so we've conferred about MVPs as the team photo is about ready to take place. The MVP for Ohio doing some amazing one-on-one blocking at the top of the pack, and it's Mama's birthday. That's right, Maloik will be the Ohio MVP. Dethnella, who's your Louisiana MVP?
For Louisiana, we go with 5-1-1 Machu Picchu, who has been phenomenal this entire tournament.
She really has. She really has.
Even taking that a little bit of an injury break, which sucks. We're going to talk about that and get the update there. Lots of love from Team Louisiana, as you can see on the screen as well. But Machu Picchu with MVP.
So hang on, because we're going to have MVP interviews following the team photo. The MVPs are just being announced in the venue at the moment. So again, after the team photo, we'll wrangle the two MVPs and interview them on camera. So coming up, we've got Virginia versus North Carolina, but we're going to prepare for the interviews and pull them over. So until next time, but you've got a call coming up. But it's been my pleasure to join you all. BOTAS fans, I'm Kent Smith, Kent the Politician, signing off for the tournament. Hi, BOTAS fans. Kent Smith here, a.k.a. Kent the Politician, with our Ohio MVP. That is Maloik.
Hello.
So, Maloik, you've been, this is your second Battle of the All-Stars?
Second Battle of the All-Stars, yes.
So you did a tremendous job out there today with your front-of-the-pack defensive blocking, the one-on-one blocking. We saw you do that on a number of occasions where you were the last line of defense. It was really very effective. Did Ohio do anything differently as this tournament went through?
You know, we're a relatively new team this year. We've got a lot of new skaters on our team. So we were really just trying to work on melding together, and I feel like we really just every game improved more and more. So I'm super proud of everybody.
Yeah.
Just this team has been so fun this season. I've had the best time.
Well, that's great. So, and Battle of the All-Stars, obviously a lot of fun, kind of launches the 2020 season. But today is a special day in the Maloik family.
Yes,
Do you want to tell people what that is?
Today is my mom's birthday, and I am not home, and I just want to say happy birthday. You're the best. Thanks for watching.
We're pretty sure Mom was watching.
She was.
So, all right. So that is your Ohio MVP, Maloik. We're going to come back with Dethnella talking to the Louisiana MVP, who was Machu Picchu. Coming up, of course, though, is Virginia versus North Carolina. But now we're going to get the North Carolina MVP on.
We are now with Team Louisiana's MVP for the final game. Of course, there's all these other MVPs on your team, but Machu, this is your first time here at Battle of the All-Stars. Definitely not your first time on a track. You have become a fan favorite on the Twitch stream as well. How are you feeling after that performance?
Really, really happy to be here. I love my team. We all get to play together in Louisiana, and I've seen these girls on and off the tracks for 6 years, and they're just amazing humans. So I'm glad to be here and get to experience BOTAS.
Now, you, of course, play for Red Stick Roller Derby, right, out of Baton Rouge. And what is it like to get to play, as I know you touched on it just now, but to get to play with all these wonderful skaters from around the state?
Oh, I love it. And like, a lot of them are inspirations to me, and we just give each other a lot of encouragement, and we push each other to do the best we can. And they're all just really sweet, and Louisiana is just like a sweet homegirl state, so.
I know a lot of the skaters, they had mentioned that they're missing some of the Mardi Gras parades that they're used to seeing. So what is it like going to be for you, or what is it going to be for you today? When you're done early, you're going to get to celebrate really now.
Yeah, I'm really excited to go back to my home. I missed my husband's birthday, so happy birthday, Chase. It was on Valentine's. And hopefully there's one more parade that I can take my daughter to. I have a 4-year-old daughter named Penelope. Hey, Penny, I love you. And but yeah, I mean, honestly, it's probably just relaxing. So.
And so now that people know who you are and you're giving all the shout outs, you also mentioned off camera some of the training that's being done, and your trainer who kind of got you to this point. You've been skating now 5 years.
Yeah, so it's 6 years, and we started incorporating cross training into our league. And honestly, at first, I was like, I don't want to cross train, and but we just started doing so much better and getting so much stronger. And I think, Maggot, Danae, Sin, Princess, all of these extremely hardworking women that inspire me to just keep pushing and doing better. So.
Well, that's awesome. You inspire us. Thank you so much, Machu Picchu, for everything that you've given this weekend. And go out and celebrate with your team. Team Louisiana's MVP for the final bout. Wow, 4 days of Derby. We'll be right back with more Battle of the All-Stars 2020 live from Hatfield, Pennsylvania, right here on the Twitch Nerd Derby stream.